My name's Tim Ireland. I've been doing search engine optimization professionally since 1998, and that's where this printout dates from. You may note, as I did, that Hotmail and Yahoo feature in this top 10, even though it's widely known today, as it was then, that you only need .com to go to either destination. If we go about 10 years into the future, you'll see that very little has changed. UK users of Google looking for Facebook.com, eBay.com is there, Hotmail.com, Yahoo.com, all in the top 10 of search words. Look at the bottom of the list, you'll see people looking for Google in Google. The vast majority of web users navigate by search engine, okay? That's why I use the world of search engines, search queries, and search results as my canvas. It's a unique medium that allows me to gain the attention of a targeted audience and confront them with information that is new, useful, comforting, confronting, or even confusing. And because of the way reputation accumulates over time, the more I do it, the easier it gets. This is one of my first large-scale projects, Celebrity Bestiality, a parody of tabloid newspapers and the way they go about things, designed to compete for a high search result for bestiality, which I did for several years, somewhere between 2nd and 4th place, and also scored high search results for a series of celebrity names along the way. While I didn't actually sell any porn, I talked to a lot of people who did. And the result was the porn report, which explains that starting your own porn site is a waste of time and money, and it even shows you why. To find the porn report, as hundreds do every day, just search for any query to do with making money from porn. Another early project resulted in my accidentally getting an email for Tony Blair. This is a long story that involves torture, Iraq, a 2005 protest voting campaign that earned high search results for Blair and Vote Labour, and a special video saying goodbye, which predicts that Tony Blair will one day be revealed as the Antichrist and be cast into a lake of fire at the time of the second coming. But this is the biggest thing I hit him with. A Google bomb started on my site that made Tony Blair the top search result for liar. It lasted for 2 years. It's one of the most famous Google bombs around, right behind miserable failure for George W. Bush. But it's a rarity. Very little of what I do is Google bombing. A writer for The Sun and Daily Mail named Julie Molt did not understand this and refused to admit that she was wrong about Google bombing, even when she was told flat out by Google that what this was what was not Google bombing. So now when people search for an image of Julie Molt, they are repeatedly informed that she is an idiot. The Daily Mail called this bullying, by the way. I call it consensus. A similar project, I'm trying to replace the awful C word with cloaca. The beautiful thing about the cloaca is that it's a vagina and an anus and a urethra all in one. So to try and get my point across, when you search for a picture of cloaca, you see Richard Littlejohn. A similar project, but less confrontational, was Star Wars, and I was populating the image results for Star Wars and Happy Days and Blues Brothers and Battlestar Galactica and The Simpsons, all in one, all while just ripping off the same image. I didn't depart from that single image throughout the project. More confrontational than it appears, the Happy Poster project, which challenges people to link to the page only after they've printed out a poster and displayed it in a shop window. This will teach you a lot about your high street. At the local game shop, I was told, get real. It costs 16 grand to put a poster in that window. Nice, very nice indeed. My first animation, this was for a song I wrote called JPEG Baby. It earned a top search result in the UK for Love Song. The song is about the ultimate futility of pornography as a pursuit over relationships. And it tells the story of a man who downloads porn every day but falls in love with one image. Much the same but far more successful, the London Underground song was getting 1,000 downloads a day as an MP3, but with a video by me, it was reaching 40,000 people a day. It's since reached millions and enjoys the sustained effect of a high search result for London Underground. It even peaked at #1 recently during a tube strike. I did this one because I wanted people to see Guy Fawkes Night from a fresh perspective. So I put a camera inside a guy, inside the fire, so you could watch yourself burn. Any video search for Guy Fawkes Night will lead you right to it, and the experience might make you think twice before taking your kids to a public burning. During the recent EU elections, the BNP came out with a character, Billy Britt, a puppet designed to indoctrinate children into white supremacy. But they used an off-the-shelf puppet. So I bought the same puppet and I mocked them relentlessly until they retreated from YouTube in disgrace. I took control of their brand name almost immediately and rendered their puppet obsolete within a week. Page 3 is taking a little longer, but it's been fun. The Sun have been feeding their readers right-wing and pro-government propaganda through page 3 since 2003. A single example is not enough. You have to see the cumulative effect. So I pushed the cumulative effect forward through search queries for page 3. I urge you to look it up. What's taking even longer is religion. And I had to create my own religion to do it. The Universal Church of the Interactive Network enjoyed a peak of 6th place for religion in 2009, outranking the Church of England and the Catholic Church in the process. I've been thinking about reviving this one, but I have to go walking out in the desert and fast for a few days before I hear voices, and then we'll carry on from there. 2003, Tom Watson, the MP, constantly outranked by Tom Watson, the golfer. So I created some satire to help him do that, to help him overcome that, and fooled many people, including Private Eye. And had hundreds of inbound links and immediately put Tom for the top spot for his name and for Tom. Another one of my clients, Craig Murray, one of the top search results for Craig. Me, I'm consistently one of the top search results for Tim. I'm constantly in a battle with Tim Minchin and a guy called Tim Berners-Lee, who you may have heard of. I only have to displace a major telecoms provider in Italy before I'm in the top spot, and then I can update my business card so I don't have to use 2 words on it. I only have to put Tim. I realised that this itself was art, and I was giving out dozens and dozens of works of art when I was handing out business cards. So now I only print 1 every year, and then I hand out limited edition prints. I have 10 to give away tonight. Thank you very much.